Going to stick around. Ryan Lindsay from Y101 is here now.
Hey!
It's great to have you here,
too,
as usual.
Nice to see you. Nice to be back again this year. Nice to be a part of this telethon that I love. I've been coming here since I was a little kid, when my parents would actually come and present the big check that we were all proud of when we had a store back in Blackburn when I was a kid. So this is awesome.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Carrying on a family tradition here.
That's right. Hopefully my kids can do the same.
All
maybe.
right. Sounds good. We're going to meet some fabulous folks. We have fresh horses in the stable. In other words, a whole new group of telephone volunteers ready to take your calls. All of that coming up with these two gentlemen shortly. Graham.
The family room area.
Oh,
and
we're on. Jacob's here. Kevin Haines here, our new guests. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. We were just. You're a talkative guy. You should be on TV. Oh wait, you are on TV.
Yeah.
It's great to have you both here for the 5 to 6 o'clock hour. For people who don't know, Jacob, you're the Miracle Champion Child. Tell us what that means.
Well, it really means representing the families and children that walk into CHEO and stay as long as they need to. Another reason is representing my peeps at CHEO.
Your peeps?
Yep, my peeps.
Yeah.
The reason why I say that is because they've been so nice to me. They've done everything they can to help me, and they just became a family.
For people who don't know, tell us your story. You have a rare brain tumor.
Yep.
You've been fighting this for how long? Since you were 8?
Since I was
you were 5. Sorry. And you're now 13.
Yeah, so that makes me 8 years cancer-free.
Good for you. 8 years cancer-free. That's fantastic. Yes. Tell us a bit about what was happening, the diagnosis, what you've gone through.
Well, it all started early morning. I'd wake up 6 o'clock, start vomiting. It happened almost like 2 weeks, and then I told my mom, I walked into the room, middle morning, Mom, Dad, I don't want to be sick anymore. So off to CHEO we went. After that, I spent a 247 days at CHEO, and
247 days straight.
Yeah.
This is obviously when they found that you had this tumor.
Yeah.
So what was that like? Do you remember? You must have been scared.
Yeah, I was scared to death, put it that way.
Yeah, because that's not something you want to hear as a young guy.
No.
And 247 days straight.
Yeah, so that's about 8 months.
Yeah. And how did you stay positive through it all?
Well, some of the things that made me stay positive are the nurses. Sometimes they would come in, cheer me up, talk to me, say everything's going to be okay. Another thing that would cheer me up is the playroom. That was always fun.
Small things like that, right?
Yeah, and the main thing that made me happy was Molly Penny.
Really?
She'd always come to my room, cheer me up, play games, play tricks on me, which made me laugh.
Yeah. And you'll never forget that, right?
Nope, never.
We have more to talk to Kevin about, CEO of the foundation, more to talk to Jacob about. It's going to be a great hour, and a family connection for you as well, that we heard about last year as well, right? With your sister. So some challenges for this family, but there is hope, and the hope comes from the phones. So give us a call, and that's where we're heading right now.
That number again, 613-738-1450, the number you call in. You could actually get, by calling on the other end of the line, Mayor Jim Watson. Hello, Mr. Mayor.
How you doing?
Good. Now, you've done this once or twice before.
Yeah, I love coming to the CHEO Telethon because I just took a call from a woman from Cornwall, and it reminds us once again, it's not just Ottawa's Children's Hospital, it's for all of Eastern Ontario. So we have people from the Ottawa Valley, the Seaway Valley that are supporting, and we're very appreciative.
Are you, do you have any specific techniques? You must have filled out these forms about 1 billion times. Do you have it at a point where you can just do it without looking?
Well, I have the worst handwriting in the world. My grade 3 teacher told me that. It left an emotional scar with me. So I have to really concentrate to make sure I get all of the numbers right on the credit card so I don't mess up. So that's my one strategy.
Well, you could get stuck with the mayor. That could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. Matt, we're going over to you.
Yeah, Ryan, you never know who you're going to talk to. And now we have a special guest here, too. Roland is here, and she has quite the hat. It really is spectacular. And Roland, I wanted you to tell me the story about this hat.
Well, first of all, last year what I did, I told a member I would dance with $20, and some people challenged me to do it, and I did it. So this year I want to do something different, so I decided to build this hat. It's basically a glue gun to start with. The rest is all my stapler as I got those. Most of them are from kids. They want to put their name on my hat, which I'm more than willing to do that. But the reason why I'm doing this every year is because I lost my niece over 34 years ago. She only lived for 3 hours at CHEO. And I always promised myself if I ever have the chance to do something for CHEO, I would do it. So working for Costco and for the past couple years in the stores now, you'd say CHEO and I'm there for you. You could ask anybody who works with me. I cheer, I scream, I do whatever to get people's attention. And that my favorite one is this one because all these names are kids basically. So that's why I do this.
It's such a great story too, Roland. Thank you for that. You could talk to Roland too if you call in. We want to get these phones going. Yes, we are looking at 613-738-1450. That's the number to call. Get calling to get them busy here. Leanne.
Okay, Matt, I have to introduce you or reintroduce you to Nick Francis, who is dapper, he is dashing, he is a CHEO story, and he is here with his really great friends from the LCBO because Karen Richardson Norris, you have asked Nick to be your ambassador.
Yes, for last year's campaign, and we were able to raise a lot of money through the generosity of our customers.
And I'm going to let people know, Nick, that you just turned 19, so you're a legal ambassador.
Just on Friday.
Oh, happy birthday. And part of the reason that this fantastic team from the LCBO, they're all here supporting CHEO, supporting Nick. Nick, your story was so poignant. You have recovered beautifully from a traumatic brain injury. Your gratitude for CHEO is profound.
Thank you very much for that.
And just tell us what it's been like for you to make these new friends from the LCBO.
It's been a pleasure. It truly has.
Last year, so many of us were caught up in a wave of emotion watching you walk for the first time on the set just over there. And this year to see you in your tuxedo with everyone. A round of applause for Nick here. And a round of applause for the LCBO. Karen, tell us how much you've raised as we flip this check over.
$567,000.
$567,000. Okay, I think it's fair. Everyone should drink to that. I think this is the most toast-worthy check. Thank you all so very much. Sorry I'm blocking you back here.
No worries, hon.
I think we're going to Graham.
We're here. Fantastic.
How great is this?
That's huge. That's huge. You know, and you go and get the summer coolers and the adult beverages, and they say, "What about CHEO?" It's that kind of generosity that people remember. $560,000. We're here with Kevin Cohane. We're here with Jacob for this hour. Kevin, when you see something like that, I mean, that's a big corporate number, but you know it's individual customers that add to that, right?
Right. So every time the stamina of the LCBO staff and also of our other partners that are here today to every time ask time after time to customers, would you like to support CHEO? And the number of times that people say yes is so gratifying for us. You see a total like that from LCBO, you're going to see totals that have been coming all day long, and we've got some phenomenal ones yet to come. And that is really, that's what makes the CHEO Foundation work. The foundation is interchangeable with the word community. Our partners engage the community to help raise money for the hospital. In the case of the LCBO campaign, it's going to buy 43 patient monitors, right? Will be used throughout the hospital. All of our campaigns go to support, it's either equipment purchases, it supports the research that takes place at the CHEO Research Institute, now supporting Ottawa Children's Treatment Centre, now supporting also Roger Nielsen House. So all of these kids have, some of our patients move fluidly between those organizations. It's a privilege for us to be able to play a part in engaging with the community to provide them the support they need.
And you know, the popular perception, I talked to Alex Munter about this, and we'll probably talk about it again at the 6 o'clock hour, but the popular perception is there's a lot of government money that goes to take care of hospitals, to take care of our healthcare system. And that's really only part of the story, isn't it?
Right. I mean, the government does fund healthcare, so it's not as though the door would shut. But the fact is that the level of care that's available to the kids that come, the kids and families that come to CHEO, OCTC, and Roger Nielsen House immensely improved through the support of the community. It takes it from equipment purchases where the government will fund the technicians who operate the equipment, but the job of paying for the equipment itself, that is on the community, that is on the foundation. So we engage with people in our community who understand that, who help to make sure that we have great equipment. And there's one example, if we have time now, I'm not sure, but
sure.
So unfortunately, Jacob has a beautiful younger sister named Sophia, who's 4 years old, who was diagnosed with the same brain cancer that he was affected with, and they learned that earlier this year. If you're finding a silver lining in all of this, is that she needed the same operation. And the operation that was performed on her many years later was now done with the aid of a neuronavigation system, a very expensive equipment that was purchased through people who support the foundation with their donations. And she's come through that surgery, you know, in tremendous shape. And I think we have to look for things to say, we need to be proud of this. That's something the community can be really proud of.
One family, 2 patients, 2 different stories, 2 different treatments, all connected to your donation dollars. And large and small donations at CHEO make all the difference in the world. PCL Construction just donated $100,000 to the hospital, hoping large corporations will follow suit. CTV's Katie Griffin now on how it's all helping.
Her smile lights up the room. Just 6 years old, Abby has been a frequent flyer at CHEO.
She had a scraggly cerebellum, and so your cerebellum controls balance, coordination, gross motor, things like that. So we had an explanation for Abby's symptoms, but we still didn't know why her cerebellum was like that.
Last year, CHEO researchers discovered a point mutation on a gene called TNR. Right now, they believe she's the only one in the entire world to have a mutation on that gene. On this day, a $100,000 donation from PCL to help CHEO families like Abby's.
Make a difference in any small way. Help CHEO with where they need and where they see the needs for those donations. Maybe help inspire others to help the children. As I say, it takes a village to raise a family, and we always want to give back to our community. This is our community.
Over 5 years, the money will be used to support pediatric oncology, mental health, and the Ottawa Children's Treatment Centre, which became part of CHEO last year.
It's not just about curing illness, but it's also about making sure kids can live their best lives. And so you will make, across every dimension of our organization, tangible, real impact in the lives of kids and families.
Donations, large or small, crucial to families who rely on the hospital.
The work that CHEO and OCTC do couldn't be done without the generous support of the community. We wouldn't have picked this journey, but I'm so grateful that, now that we're on it, that we have an organization like CHEO OCTC behind us and supporting us every step of the way.
As for Abby, her future is bright.
She'll be at school with her big sister Olivia, we're looking forward to her next adventure.
Well, fitness is very important, and CHEO Bear Fitness is very important. It's actually located at the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Clark is here. Talk a little bit about this. Is actually for the employees.
It's a gym that we have for the employees, staff physicians and volunteers, OCTC, and anyone that's affiliated with CHEO can work out of the gym.
Fabulous idea. And you're sponsoring our next Miracle Match, which is good. Flip that over, Clark, if you'd be so kind. $10,000. How good is that? Thank you very much, Clark, for being here. Appreciate your support. It's a $10,000 Miracle Match brought to you by CHEO Bear Fitness. See, it's important. We've got the doctors and the nurses and the staff. Important for them to stay in shape and be fit so they can look after our children. It is a marvelous afternoon. How are you, Brenda? Good to see you. Welcome. Telephone number, easy peasy. It's so simple. All you have to do is call us at 613-738-1450, 1450. and you will be making a donation to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario, and we thank you in advance for your generosity. Added to that, a match, and it'll be a miracle match. So $50 becomes a $100 donation, and $100 becomes $200, and $500 becomes $1,000. So it's important. We are now well into our 5 o'clock hour. We finish at 7 o'clock tonight. So why not call right now, and CHEO Bear Fitness will match your generous donation. That's a great return on your investment. A 100% return on investment this afternoon. No bank will do that for you, but CHEO Bear Fitness will. So $25 becomes $50, and so on. 613-738-1450. It is the number to call. And we thank you all for being here, including Sue, Sheen, who come back year after year after year. They have great reason to be here. Everyone has a great reason to be here. And we admire them for their support and their loyal support at that. 613-738-1450. That's your telephone number. And CHEO Bear Fitness will double yours. From Nancy, $100. Thank you, Nancy. That means $200 is going to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Going good. We have, who did you just hear from here? A $25 pledge from Pat. Thank you, Pat. $25, that means $50 for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. It's the best deal going this afternoon. Hot outside. Maybe you're going to enjoy a little bit of air conditioning or just get out of the heat. And we'd love to have your participation. You still have time. 8 seconds left. And we want to thank CHEO Bear Fitness for keeping all of our doctors and nurses and staff at CHEO in shape, and for sponsoring this miracle match. A miracle again performed this afternoon.
Monthly giving is one of the easiest ways to be a hero for CHEO. Become a new monthly donor during this year's telethon, and Canadian Pacific will match your donations for the rest of the year. Your monthly donation will support CHEO's improved catheterization lab and interventional suite. Payment is possible by credit card or direct debit from your bank account. Every dollar you give will be doubled by CP. Call now and be a hero for CHEO all year long. Thank you to the following for making this telethon possible.
Some of our generous sponsors here at CHEO. We're with Kevin Gohane, President and CEO of the Foundation, and also with Jacob talking about a rare brain tumor that has hit you and also another member of your family, right? And it's the same one. And you said on your sister it's in the same spot, almost identical?
Yep, well, it is identical.
Wow.
Same tumor, same spot.
Where is it?
Right around.
Right around there, behind?
Yeah.
And with your sister too?
Yeah, same spot, same cancer, but honestly, I was very surprised when we were told it was the exact same spot.
Yeah.
Which was a little scary.
Right. Yeah. How old's your sister now?
Now she is 4. She was diagnosed when she was 3.
And I gather that you have helped her because of your experience. Can you talk a bit about that?
Yes. So Sophia, she went through some of the same treatments as me. She went through chemo. The one thing she did not go through is radiation, because the doctors told us that they wanted to do it even though there was nothing there. So what they were saying is they wanted to do it even though there was no tumor left. But if we had said yes, if it came back, we wouldn't have that option. So
the fact that that her big brother has gone through it, right? It must be a bit of comfort for her, I would think.
Honestly, it was pretty neat. Once she knew how, and we told her how to get through it, she went along very well and fought with her strength that she had before this all happened. But overall, everything went well.
Overall, everything went well. There you go. And how are you doing right now, by the way?
I'm doing good. I've done a lot of stuff throughout this year to support CHEO. One of them, what is my favorite, is with the CHEO Championship, we got to go to Orlando Disney. It was very fun. One of my favorite parts was meeting all the champion childs, but not just meeting them, learning their story, because every story is a story that needs to be told. No matter what condition they are in, even if they've gotten through it, it's still a story that needs to be told, just like mine.
And you met children from all over, right?
Yep. I've met 11 children, 12 children from Canada, and then like 50 children from the US.
And like you, they are telling their stories and supporting their local hospitals as well. A fantastic cause, incredible ambassadors like him.
He really is.
For this cause. And we want you to give us a call. We've got a little over an hour left. We're heading into the critical time zone here between 6 and 7 o'clock, starting basically right now. Let's head to Ryan and Matt at the phones.
Oh, for God's sake, so are we doing the banana?
Okay, so I am here with all of these lovely volunteers that are answering the phones, which you can call the number. It's 613-738-1450. And I'm here with Elizabeth, Grayson, and Benjamin, who's 6 months old. And Elizabeth was actually a CHEO champion back in 1998. So tell us what makes it such a big thing. Like, why is it such a big deal for you to be here today?
Well, I mean, CHEO did so much for me. I spent so much time there till I was, an adult. And so now with him, I know it's there if I need it. Luckily, we haven't had to use CHEO yet. But he's still young, so it may very well come and happen. So I'm happy that it's there for when we need to have it.
So incredibly cute, too. Benjamin, you're cute, buddy. Hi, you're answering the phones, right? Okay, we're going to go over to Matt just to say what's up with you, Matt.
Absolutely, Ryan. We're here with Molly the clown, who is here, and she's having some issues with her phone, though, Ryan. Molly, what's going on?
I don't know, but my banana phone's not working because this one's not working. So I think I'm going to have to go to long distance. Would that be okay with you?
I would love to go to long, so let's have a look at long distance here. Can we do that?
Here. Oh yeah, here.
Okay, so we're gonna go long distance here. I think that I think so. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. I'd like to. Oh, call us, Abby. Yeah, Abby, give us a call here on long distance. Okay, we'll get that hooked up for you. Apparently, Abby's watching. So the real long distance number is 1-888-738-1450. But this one works too, right? Thank you. And Molly says thank you. So we appreciate that. Graham.
Fantastic. Good stuff. And making use of the best. One of the best parts of CHEO is Molly Penny, of course, and her connection.
Unbelievable.
Can you talk just about what this day means for the foundation? We know it's the biggest weekend of the year, but there's also a great tradition as well in the community. It's a celebration. It is about raising money, but it's also about thanking people for their year-long support, right?
Right. So when we announce our grand total tonight, I think people who are watching will recognize, because they're seeing check presentations come from different organizations and groups and individuals, that we are here celebrating today special event activities, fun workplace campaigns and things that have taken place since our last telethon. So all of those things provide for people a moment of pride to come and celebrate some incredible achievements for themselves, other volunteers, the people that support them financially. And today we provide them with that opportunity to come here and be proud. And it's hoped that people watching at home, when they see people come on and the pride that they have about presenting proceeds, whether it's a small amount or a huge amount, a lot of effort went into that, and it's done to inspire the rest of the community to say, you know what, I can do my part too. So we bring amazing kids on like Jacob, who talks about his story, talks about his sister Sophia, and I'd just like to say I've seen Jacob, and he is a hero to his younger sister. He is such a brave young man, and he has helped to guide his sister through a journey that he understands way more than we wish he did. And he's been incredible. And when people hear those things and know that they can make a real difference in the care that kids at CHEO, OCTC, and Roger Nielsen House, they receive as a result of community support, that's what today is all about. It's about inspiring you to pick up the phone, go online, make a call and say, I want to be part of this. The community and foundation are interchangeable, and it's important to us to have the best care possible for our kids in this community.
And we are going to check the numbers now more frequently because we're heading to the end of our time here, Jacob. So I want you to help me out. We're going to take a look at the recent numbers. Let's go up to the board right now and see where we're at to this hour. Woo! $4.7 million, $4,721,000. Those are big donations. Those are small donations, all coming together, and we are reaching some very encouraging numbers, Kevin, as we head towards the 7 o'clock hour. Let's go check in with Stuntman Stu backstage.
And one of those donations, you remember an hour ago, was from Charlie on his motorcycle, who had his head shaved and beard shaved. Let's see what he looks like now. The before and after of Charlie. He looks respectable. He almost looks like a banker now. So thank you to Charlie. Very, very cool shot, the before and the after. Now, speaking of shots, there's a wide shot of the studio right now. There's the wide shot. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like behind all this. So that's the shot that you see when you're watching on TV. So I'm going to show you behind Graham Richardson. I want to show you how many things he's hooked up to. So come on this way. There's the back of Graham's head. There's Jacob, and there's Kevin. Now let's see what Graham's eating.
They caught me. I was having cheese right when they came to me. We've got cheese and we've got grapes. Did you want some, Stu? Some grapes?
I'll take chocolate.
Chocolate. There's some chocolate too. There you go. All right, they're taking care of us here. Oh, you're taking the whole thing away. Jacob,
Mateo,
he's taking the whole thing away.
Get back here.
So that's... Now I want to show you something else here. The big Wonder Woman is actually just made out of drywall. And you see these numbers everywhere because TV people are a little slow, and we need as much information as possible. Even look at this. Even the cameras that we look at, all have the numbers there. See? That's the magic of TV. Leanne, over to you.
I was hoping you were going to throw to Wonder Woman, and I'm very interested that Graham actually has cheese. We're here with Deneen Perrin. She's a woman who has everything. She's the queen of hospitality in Ottawa. That's what I'm calling you anyway.
I like it. It's a new title, but I'll take it.
Representing the Fairmont Chateau Laurier. And with her daughter, Sophia, did you drive here?
No.
But you did just get your license?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. And Deneen, you were on the phones earlier and you shared a family story that does tie in to what happens at the hotel.
Yes, for sure. Alex had open heart surgery, my son, when he was born. And now this event, Trees of Hope, which started at the Fairmont Chateau Laurier, started way before I had children. We are going into our 20th anniversary of Trees of Hope. And this year we have another record year, so we raised
I think
record amount.
You're waiting for a drum roll or something. I'll do some form. Oh look, Kevin Cohen's doing a drum roll.
Oh, thank you.
Trees of Hope is the most wonderful event, bringing us into the holiday season. A check for
$108,000.
Whoa. Yeah. That is a lot of hope. That is a lot of help. That's a lot of meaning for CHEO. And I know that as a mom who's used CHEO and whose son is healthy now, you're always grateful.
I am so grateful, and so is the Fairmont Chateau Laurier and all of the companies that participate. We couldn't do that without them.
We want to thank you so much. And Sophia, I think you can drive home. I'm just saying. Graham, don't you think? Brand new license?
I think so. Yeah, fantastic. Trees of Hope, a wonderful event, and that's a big number. And you wanted to talk just in one of our final segments here about you wanted to send a message to folks.
Yeah, I just, on behalf of everyone at CHEO, OCTC, Roger Nielsen House, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that's involved in this weekend and involved in the activities at GOAT that are celebrated this weekend. The event organizers, the volunteers, the donors, the patient families, everybody that comes together. It's just absolutely not possible for us to be able to provide the kind of care that these kids need and deserve without the community being so fully engaged. We live in an incredible community. They recognize that the kids and young families at CHEO cannot be the target for our fundraising activities. So we really look to people that either do not use CHEO or have not used CHEO in many years, because you're likely in a better position to maybe be able to make a gift and help us to help these kids and young families. So thank you so much.
And well said. And Jacob, when you see, as a former patient or current patient, when you see all of these checks and all these donations, what goes through your mind?
Well, it goes through my mind that a lot of people care about the health of children, and that they want to be a part to help children buy new equipment so the children's treatments are less deadly.
Yeah.
And more effective, because some treatments need more than just a surgery to complete everything.
Because you've had a long association with the hospital, right?
Yes, I have.
And I get the sense it's going to go on even longer, well into adulthood for you, right?
Yep.
Why?
Well, one of the reasons why is CHEO's an amazing hospital. There's not really much to say about it. Any family who walks in there, they get immediate care, and the care is on point. It's like 100%. The doctors and nurses are always very nice. They help you no matter what your condition is. Let's just say you're sick or something, you have a little cold or something, they will help you no matter what.
Or more serious, like what you faced.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You've got that connection and that bond, and now with your sister as well, your family, your entire family, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And how much do you enjoy being the ambassador?
To be honest, it's very fun. I like representing my hospital.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, very fun. What do snow angels and CHEO have in common? Let's go back one last time to Michael O'Byrne to find out at CHEO.
Okay, so you're wondering, why are these guys standing in the lobby of CHEO, one wearing a toque, everybody wearing swim shorts? There's a reason for it. It's all about snow angels. We have Jacob, we have Carlos, and we have Roland. First of all, Jacob, you were treated here at CHEO for a couple years?
Yeah, so around 1.5 years.
Okay, for what?
For a brain tumor. So I first got the diagnosis around maybe 2.5 years ago. Then I went in for a brain surgery, and after the brain surgery came back to CHEO and started on 70 weeks of chemotherapy here.
70 weeks?
70 weeks, yeah.
You got to ring the bell, it's over, right?
Yeah, it's all done.
Excellent, and now you want to give back?
Yeah, of course.
That's where snow angels come in. This guy is one of the snow angels, maybe the original snow angel here in Ottawa. Roland, how did you guys all get connected?
We got connected through Mandy at CHEO. I started this fundraiser, and Carlos and Jacob and we all went to Interlude, and we all fundraised together. So it was a team effort to raise funds and create Snow Angels.
And you fundraised by doing Snow Angels.
Absolutely, yeah. We thought what better way to kind of be able to raise funds and raise awareness for CHEO and for the foundation for the kids than going out in our swim trunks and make some angels in the snow. And it was a lot of fun, too.
It must have attracted some interesting attention.
We did indeed. Guess there were some stares, and there was a couple from Australia that was out there, and these women were filming us with these dumbfounded expressions on their faces, trying to figure out what we were doing out there in this white sand, and just covered in it, soaking wet, freezing cold, but big smiles on our faces, and our buckets filled with some CHEO donations. So very happy.
People give you donations, and you got some donations online as well, because we want this thing to grow, don't we?
Exactly. Yeah. We did it for the course of 3 months. Started. Actually, more like 2 months. I think I started in December, and we started raising funds online and trying to think of ideas and different ways of getting people aware of it. So, Facebook, Twitter, on the website, my friends and family.
Well, maybe they're fans now.
Well, you put them both together, I guess.
Well, we are big fans of yours, and we want to show people just how big we are. Let's see the check, guys. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Flip her over. $3,000 for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Thank you for being such great snow angels.
Snowangels.ca. Snowangelsforcheo.ca is our website.
They'll do it again next year. That's it. We're done here at the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Please be as generous as you can. These guys are great examples of generosity.
Thank you, Michael O'Byrne. Also, an organization, a great example of generosity is CP, Canadian Pacific. Most people know it's a railroad that flows through the arteries of the nation, but at its core, they really do care about children and are sponsoring our next Miracle Match. CP, $10,000 Miracle Match. Let's start the clock. And I'll begin by acknowledging Tony Manseri of Ottawa. Tony phoned and made a $1,000 pledge. Thank you, Tony Manseri. We appreciate your generosity, Tony. Now is a chance for you to be generous too. More generous than you know, because a $10,000 Miracle Match is now underway. You have the opportunity to call us right now, make your pledge, and CP, Canadian Pacific Railway, will donate $10,000 if you pledge that much. That's pretty darn good. But if you pledge $25, well, I'll tell you what, it becomes $50. $125 becomes $250. Every dollar that's raised in that next time frame, the next 2 minutes and 8 seconds, will be matched by CP Rail. Pretty good deal. Pretty good time to call the telethon. And a great time to make a generous donation, even more generous. 613-738-1450. That's 738-1450. CP Rail, working for you to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. We have a $50 pledge from Barry. Thank you, Barry. That $50 pledge now turns into $100 going to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Fabulous. There's a $1,000 pledge from Tom Powercroft in Ottawa. Tom, thank you so much for your generosity. That's $2,000 for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Thank you for that, Tom. Thank you for your donation. Generous. But our kids are certainly worth it. We deserve to have CHEO in our community. We are thankful to have CHEO in our community. And we're thankful to have you participating in this CP $10,000 Miracle Match. It's quite unique. There's a $1,000 pledge from Tom. We talked about that one. There's a $100 pledge from Shelley. Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much. And in Rockland, beautiful Rockland. All right, just east of the capital. You know, as the mayor, Jim Watson, mentioned, CHEO serves communities all across Eastern Ontario, Western Quebec, the Ottawa Valley, the Seaway Valley. So thank you, CP, for making a miracle happen right here at the EY Centre this afternoon, and thanks to you.
Jay, we're seeing the faces of the kids at CHEO. You're seeing a lot of familiar faces and the faces of the doctors and nurses who make such a difference at the hospital. This man, Justin McKinnon, is all about faces, and he's brought along two really good friends today.
Yes, I'm here with Ray Sharon from Mattamy Homes and Evan Childerose, who works with me at Faces. Yeah.
And tell us about Faces, Justin.
It's a magazine that's been around for 7 years, and we focus on the people, places, and events around the city. And we're lucky for the support we've had that we're still going after 7 years.
And I have to say, we're lucky because of the fundraising efforts you've just made. Tell us what you have done for CHEO, and then we're going to show you a very attractive check.
Last year, I was fortunate enough to meet with Jacqueline, and she gave me a bunch of fundraising options, and we decided to go for the largest ones. We did our casino event for CHEO last year, and we were fortunate it raised $92,000, I think, and then the rest we've had some harass our friends and because we wanted to get to the total. And thanks to my dad for harassing his friends, and thank you if you're watching, and everybody else. We ended up getting to our total, which was be able to buy a mobile x-ray machine, which we were told was for this amount.
We'll say that again, to build a mobile x-ray machine. That's incredible. I want to thank your dad, your dad, your dad. Flip over this
Anatomy
check.
Homes, because they're always our biggest sponsors, so great builders.
Flipping over the check, you have brought along a check.
$225,000.
It's Faces Magazine, but you have really, really lit up the faces of everyone in our studio. Thank you so very much on behalf of the hospital.
Thanks a lot for having us, and we're happy to be here, and thanks to Matt for all your great help as well.
Matt, Ryan, $225,000.
$225,000. How am I supposed to top that talking now? Okay, well, 738-1450 and the 613. If you wanted to make that call, you can also toll free that 1-888-738-1450. I'm here with Talia from TD. We were trying to come up with a team name. It was Green Machine or Donation Takers, but we couldn't come up with any. Now, Talia, what's the deal with all the TD crew here?
So we're here today to help out with the CHEO Telethon. CHEO is something that TD employees across the Ottawa region care about and give passionately to all year round. Every year we're doing so many fundraising activities, whether it's our annual baseball tournament or in-branch fundraising activities to raise money for CHEO. CHEO is something that's impacted. We all know somebody who's been impacted by CHEO, and it's something that our employees are so passionate about. And actually right now we are running our CMN campaign in our branches, so we're raising money for CHEO. So come into a branch in Ottawa area and donate to CHEO, please.
Love it. Well, thank you to all of you TD people. Matt, we're going to go over to you.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that. Now, as we've been talking about, everyone has a connection to CHEO too, and Ryan is here. The picture of Ryan is here. Mom Brenda is here. Brenda, tell us about Ryan and your connection to CHEO.
Well, Ryan was my son. He was in CHEO for a little over a year. He was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer, and unfortunately, he lost his battle. It was a rough year for sure for the whole family, and we've been back pretty much every year since. It's about my 19th year doing the CHEO Telethon, and this year my son Kyle's with me too, and he's been here before, and we just feel it's important to give back.
Yeah. And why that is just giving back too, right? To seeing those donations, to talking to these people.
Yeah, and I've been posting on Facebook, Instagram too, to get everybody to post and post. We know it's hot out there, but you need to call for the kids. We know what CHEO has meant to us, and we just want it to be there for families moving forward, and we think it's so important. It's such a warm environment. We're happy to come back every year.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, for sharing your story for you and Kyle here, and want to thank everyone for joining us here too. We have to say goodbye, right? And we're out of here, but it's been a great first telethon for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, it's fabulous.
We're a rookie.
We'll have you back.
We'll get there. Hopefully. I will definitely be back.
And that's a promise, Ryan. Always a pleasure to see you
Pleasure
and have
to be
you.
back. Thank you
Great
so
folks
much.
from Y101 and all you do for CHEO.
Do what we can.
Which is pretty substantial stuff, I will say that. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And we are about to check the board again here with Jacob for final thoughts and for Kevin. And the thing about talking to kids like Jacob, you're wise beyond your 13 years, right?
Yep.
You've heard that before?
Yes, I've heard that many times before.
What do you think I mean by that?
Well, when anyone tells me that, it basically tells me that even though I am 13, I act older and I am more mature than I look.
Yeah, and I think that given, and we've seen that a lot on the telethon and a lot from kids who come on, because you've got stories to tell that a lot of parents and adults who are watching say, wow, this young man has been through a lot in his 13 years. Does it feel that way for you too?
Yeah, it does.
And are you sometimes saying, okay, enough? I'd rather just be a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though all this that happened to me makes me different.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean different in a good way.
Different in a good way. That's well said. Well said. And you enjoy doing things like this and coming on and traveling and talking about Children's
it
Hospital East
actually
Cemetery.
makes me, when I talk in front of people about my story and what it means to support hospitals, it makes me feel awesome.
And you should feel awesome too, so give us a call. Just for Jacob's story and so many others. Kevin, this has been another great weekend. And you see this kind of engagement, and you've talked about the fact that the family has been back 19 times after a tragedy in their family. You see that again and again and again, right?
It's amazing. And Jacob, just for the record, you are different in a good way, and the word is exceptional. You're an exceptional guy. And I want to thank you for all you do for CHEO. You and your mom and your dad, your sister, your brother, your family's amazing with us. So thank you.
And it's their stories that connect with people, right?
Right.
You can talk all you want about cancers, about tumors, and when you have someone like this here telling their story, it's very, very powerful.
It drives us every day. I mean, every day we get to come to work and we meet exceptional kids, we meet exceptional families, we meet exceptional donors, exceptional volunteers. To have the privilege of working in an environment where everybody just wants to help, it's really remarkable. Myself and our whole team, we just feel so privileged to have a chance to work in support of CHEO, OCTC, and Roger Nielsen House.
We are getting close to our final number. It is 5:45. We'll have one more look before the 6 o'clock hour. Let's take a look at our new number, and it is a new one. Here it is. We are up over $5 million, 4,120. A fantastic CHEO weekend so far at the telethon. There's still time to call, a little more than an hour to call and make your voice heard, your donation count. Nazarene Jones is a healthy and happy 15-year-old CHEO patient, but it's taken 10 surgeries to get her that way. She had a rare infection at birth that caused very, very deep, excruciating pain and a malformed leg. For the first time in Ottawa just a few weeks ago, she had new and innovative surgery to correct something that happened a long time ago.
Nazarene Jones was completely immobilized in body casts, twice, as a baby and as a preschooler.
So this one, I think I was 3, maybe 4. It's my body cast.
Nazarene had osteomyelitis, an incredibly rare infection that starts when bacteria enters the body. It behaves like flesh-eating disease and likely started at birth through her umbilical cord. On her 7th day of life, she was in tremendous pain with a fever and was turning pink.
We went right into the urgent care area within it, the triage area, and they had her on a little kind of operating table, so right away we knew we were in for a little bit of a rough ride.
Nothing would bring down the fever, while doctors tried to determine the cause. Finally, it was pain in her hip during a diaper change that indicated the problem. Osteomyelitis had eaten away at part of her femur at the hip.
The head of the femur was a little bit damaged. So trying to keep it in place, that was the first order priority because of course that meant the difference between walking and not walking.
Year after year, Nazarene endured surgeries, first to repair the damage and eventually to compensate for the fact her bone was just not growing properly.
So they put her in a body cast, which was extremely uncomfortable, and the reason being because they never wanted her to be weight-bearing. So she couldn't stand or really lie comfortably in this body cast, which she had to wear for a significant amount of time.
Like I remember some things from my body cast sitting there and being like really uncomfortable and like really itchy.
At 15 years old, the biggest surgery is coming, as one leg is now shorter than the other.
So now they have to look at what it's doing in terms of a deformity to her pelvis, to her hips, to her posture, and 5 centimeters is a fair bit of difference.
Walking into her surgery later this day will be her brother, Keon, her big brother.
Just very full of life, I guess. She's always loud and excited all the time, even when no one else is. And I've had a hard day at school, and I just want to sit there. But no, can I have a hug? Oh my God.
I love my life. Like there's so many happy things in it.
How are you?
Good.
This is the leg that you want me to do the first surgery in Ottawa's history with this awesome thing?
Yes.
Oh, the hugs. I love you so much, Nazarene. I'll see you in recovery. You be a good girl, okay?
Nazarene is being brave in the face of surgery and of the anticipated pain of a long recovery. The doctors need to essentially break her leg and implant a device called a nail, which will lengthen it.
What it has a magnet on the inside of the nail. And so the nail is all inside and there's no pin sticking out, which is absolutely phenomenal for these kids. And what they have is this extra device that controls the magnet on the inside of the nail. And as you activate the device, it turns a mechanism on the inside of the nail that allows it to lengthen over time.
I think it's high risk and that's scary, but at the same time, like, it's kind of exciting a little bit. Like, this might be the last one. Like, I might be good after this.
For the first time ever in Ottawa, this new procedure means Nazarene will, 4 times a day, use a magnet on the outside of her leg to lengthen the rod 1 millimeter a day for about 6 weeks until both legs are the same length.
That's a beautiful nail.
Once you keep it still,
The magnetic system's on the inside.
It will take 3 months after that for the bone to regenerate around the nail. Less than 24 hours later, Nazarene is awake and feeling pretty good.
Like, so far it's been pretty good. Like, this is not that painful compared to other ones that I've had.
Surgery went absolutely fantastic yesterday.
I've heard
You were a superstar.
Okay.
We're very happy with the results, and we tested the rod in surgery and we could see it starting to lengthen a little bit. So we're very optimistic that Nazarene is going to do absolutely phenomenal.
I'd like to be a physiotherapist because growing up at CHEO, like, you have everyone helping you all the time and it's really helpful and people are motivating you, and I want to do that for someone else. Oh my God.
Nazarene is here with us today, and Dr. Smith showed up coming in from home to surprise us and surprise you.
Yes.
This device that you see on the table is the magnet. We haven't plugged it in because apparently it would cause great harm to the studio, but the magnet that is used to lengthen the bone. And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You use this 4 times a day?
Yes.
What are your pain levels like?
At the beginning it didn't hurt that much, but now it's starting to hurt a lot more and I feel more tugging of my nerves and stuff, but it's still like pretty good. I wouldn't say it's horrible.
So since we saw you, you're halfway there.
Yes, I was 2.6 on Wednesday, so I'm more than that now.
Okay, so I did see the x-ray and you can actually see where it's lengthened. So Dr. Smith, this was your first time doing it in Ottawa. You were trained in Texas. How did it go?
Surgery was textbook. It was the first time that we've done it at CHEO in Ottawa, and Nazarene was really the perfect patient, and the surgery went perfect, really. So.
Thank you.
When you say she's the perfect patient, she has a fair bit of enthusiasm and optimism, like incredibly optimistic. How important is that for you when you're dealing with a patient?
Oh, it's very important to have somebody that will be there and be able to do the exercises every day. I told her my job is about 3 hours. Her job will last about 3 to 6 months. And she is doing phenomenal now, and we're really proud of her.
Thank you.
You said one of the things that you really wanted was to be able to walk in school in September.
Yes, I'll probably be able to, but I'll be still using crutches. That's okay, though.
Well, you'll have incredible upper body strength by the time this is all over.
I know. I told my mom, I said I might get abs. She said no.
Now, how you said that, you know, you hope that this is it and that this problem is finally fixed. We know that you still have some dental issues from where it got into the bones of your teeth and the roots. But, you know, you said to me, I'm always optimistic. Now, how are you feeling that you've been through this?
I feel pretty good. When I was going in, I was like, am I making a mistake? But I'm not, because now when I see the x-rays, I can see how much progress. And it's like, wow, like it's actually working. And that's so exciting. So, yeah.
But there will be one more. Just quickly, Dr. Smith, this has to come out, right?
Yeah, the recommendation from the company is to take the rod out in the end. There might be some new research, and we can talk again in about a year to see whether that'll happen or not.
I'm okay with that. I don't think
Just leave it in there. Okay, thank you very much, and thanks for coming by to surprise us.
Well, absolutely. Anything to support this wonderful young lady.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks.
And that applause, extremely well-deserved. Mahesh Mani is with us from KPMG. You are a hard-working guy to start with, but you're also still very involved with the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario.
I am, and I'm currently the past chair of the foundation board, and it's really rewarding to try to help in the ways we can. And the CHEO has been so impactful for KPMG families, people, and it does so much for the community. So we're proud to be supportive here today.
Proud of you too for all of your support. And KPMG is sponsoring our next miracle match. Flip that over. It's for $10,000. Mahesh, thank you very much. KPMG, thank you very much. Let's put 3 minutes on that clock and let's go to town and raise some money. A $10,000 miracle match. Not a whole lot more of these to come. I've got Eric Duchesne back again for year 28 en français.
Oui, JJ. J'aimerais dire à tous les francophones de la région, de l'Est Ontario en Ontario, de l'Outaouais, de nous donner un coup de téléphone au 1-888-738-1450. On vous attend. Miracle Match. Allez-y.
Parfait, monsieur. Parfait, Eric. Thank you very much. Miracle Match time. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left for you to pick up that telephone and give us a call. Why don't you? KPMG is going to match what you give us up to $10,000. It's a wonderful opportunity to make the kind of donation you wanted to make, always wanted to make. Imagine folks are coming in, phoning us up and donating $1,000. That means that $2,000 is going to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. It's marvelous. But a $25 donation turns out to be $50 going to CHEO, simply because you were kind enough and wise enough to call during a miracle match. And as I've told you many times for the last 30-odd years, this is a great way to raise a whole lot of money in a very short period of time. 613-738-1450. That's 613-738-1450. Just a little over halfway through this KPMG $10,000 miracle match. See how we're making out. Well, there's a $50 pledge. That's wonderful. That turns out to be $100. There's a $25 pledge. That means $50 is going to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Norma's working on one, $200 from Pierre and Suzanne. Thank you, Pierre and Suzanne, $200. Wow. And KPMG will match that, so that means $400 going to the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. That's why we call these miracle matches. You can raise a miraculous amount of money in a very short period of time. So get in on this. Be a fundraiser for CHEO. Join our team and call us at 613-738-1450. Be glad to have you. Mr. Reddy.
Mr. Reddy, how are you today, Mr. Clark?
I'm well. Who'd you hear from?
I just had Mr. Steve Chapman phone, and he made a wonderful donation of $200 and wished everyone well at CHEO.
Fabulous. Thank you, David. That's $400. And your phone's ringing again. Back to work. 613-738-1450. That's your number. We have 10 seconds left. Call us and watch how far your money can go. From KPMG, a $10,000 miracle match. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
This portion of the CHEO Telethon is brought to you in part by Canadian Pacific.
So Ryan Lindsay, Radio Ryan Lindsay, just said, I have so much makeup on right now.
It's
because
insane.
You were
It's
over
caked on
there. You were just enhancing the broadcast.
The mayor said I look like a stiff.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing stiff about you, Ryan. Of course, the dynamic voice on KISS. And here representing Country 101 today.
Yes,
but
I am.
also as a dad and a past CHEO patient.
Yes. I spent quite some time in CHEO for a lot of things. I had a really astonishing ability to injure myself when I was younger. I bit through my tongue at one point in time. It looks phenomenal. It's a great scar, but we're not going to go there.
It was an original
Stage 2,
piercing.
right?
Yeah.
It could have been. Yeah, I just tell people it's a piercing.
But your kids are healthy.
Yep.
Yes.
If they ever have to go there, it's such a nice, not safety net, but feeling to know that that organization's here. I mean, I spent so much time. I know what they do. I know how they deal. And it makes me so happy to know that as a parent, that's there.
And that's how your listeners feel.
Yeah.
So the listeners have really come through.
In the Country Cares Radiothon that we ran on Thursday. Can I flip this? Is this cool?
Oh, flip it. Yes,
Okay.
I'm so excited to flip it.
Boom! $73,035.50.
Oh, that is just beyond description phenomenal. And thanks for adding your energy to the telethon.
Thank you.
Graham.
Fantastic numbers, and we are here heading into our final hour. Alex Munter, CEO of CHEO, joins us once again. This is a great weekend, a big weekend, and this hour in particular. What's going through your mind as we head to the final hour?
You know, this is my 6th telethon, and I always feel a bit like this. I'm actually a little nervous. You know, I think we've had great momentum and great energy, but a lot is riding on this hour. We've not yet reached our achievement from last year, and so we really, you know, if folks have been watching the stories, have been touched by the stories, now's the time. Now that it's time to phone in or log on and make that contribution. I was chatting with a guy who, Charlie, who rode his motorcycle up from Kingston. He's actually had CHEO tattooed, the CHEO logo tattooed onto his arm.
Well,
right?
you don't have that?
Well, we can. I'll show you later. But so listen, folks, we're not asking you to get CHEO tattooed on your arm. All you got to do is call in or log on and make a donation and make a difference for the kids and families you've been hearing about. So it's
no tattoos necessary, but I'm just always struck by those stories, the small ones and the big ones.
That's a pretty big commitment, getting CHEO tattooed on your arm.
But it's almost a you know, you can talk about big corporate sort of cultural ownership of a city or of a region, and I find it challenging to find one like this, and I think this weekend that is on full display at all levels. It is a celebration, it is a chance to fundraise, it is a chance to storytell, but it's just, there are so many stories like that, whether it's someone from Kingston or someone from the Valley or someone from Ottawa.
Well, and I think the thing that's really important for people to understand is it does come down to somebody donating $50 or $100 because it all adds up, and it adds up into equipment and research and care, and you've been hearing that message from the families, and you know, I think we've heard some pretty powerful stories from families about how people giving on this weekend has helped change their lives.
And we will hear more of those stories in this final hour. CHEO's retinal imaging is crucial for doctors to get a precise image of a young patient's eye. CTV's Katie Griffin reports, when it comes to getting an upgraded model, time is of the essence.
At just 15 months old, and despite all the surgeries and procedures she's been through, Nevaeh Cole's spirit hasn't wavered.
It's been very, very stressful and worrisome right from the beginning.
Nevaeh has lost vision in one eye. Doctors at CHEO are working hard to stop vision loss in the other one.
Nevaeh has incontinentia pigmenti, and that's a genetic condition caused by a mutation in a gene that doesn't allow blood flow to pigmented cells to happen normally.
Her condition is extremely rare and also affects a patient's skin, hair, teeth, and the central nervous system.
Sometimes in smaller children or in cases where there's disease in the back of the eyes, we can't use these instruments, and so there's special cameras that we use when children are under anesthetic that help us see right to the periphery of the retina. That's the case of the RetCam.
The RetCam provides imaging crucial to diagnosing and treating conditions like Nevaeh's. The issue, it's old and needs to be replaced with an upgraded model.
Having a new RetCam would allow us to be able to better transport that technology to use, for example, in the neonatal nursery. The resolution of the images would be far greater than it is at this point. And so those are the two major issues. And if this instrument breaks for any reason, we have no replacement. Everything is just staying right there, and they should be going all the way out like that.
For now, Nevaeh's parents are taking it day by day and are focused on the future.
What we hope for Nevaeh is that for her to grow up to be strong and healthy. Nevaeh, come here.
Strong and healthy. We wish that for every child. Metroland Media has been a longtime supporter of the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. They tell special stories like the ones you just saw, and they also spread the word about the telethon and happenings at the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. And this longtime supporter will sponsor our next Miracle Match. $10,000 Metroland Media